Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz, Welderfabber, and I've just hit 47 years old. Wow. In the blink of an eye, 47 years old. I remember being 10 years old, working on a coal mine in Scotland with my old fella. I'm the director. Right, we were both there, hard facing, learning how to hard face on buckets. And it just seems like yesterday. And it's like, so that's 37 years ago. My dad will have been 35 years old at that point, and he was just coming out of his prime then, really. If you look at life, right, and think, when are you actually in your prime, right? Now I can look back on life and know, right? So a few young lads that are watching, when you're in your prime, basically you leave school, you go to college, you learn whatever trade you want to do. Yeah, and then you learn that trade more and more and more as years go by, yeah? And then you get into, I was in my prime, I'd say 22 years old to about 35, right? And then you slowly start to decline when you get to 35, very slowly. And then 40, you start to decline even more. So your body's slowing down as you get older, yeah? It's like being a fighter. Do you know what I mean? When these young lads that are fighting out there now got all that stamina in the world. I mean, I remember when I used to be a Thai boxer, right? You could go for 10 minutes. 10 minutes hot bag, no problem at all, yeah. And now I struggle doing like 4 minutes hot bag. Do you know? And so your body's telling you to slow down, right? So what I'm going to do with Welderfabber is I'm going to build that team of the young blood, yeah, and give them that knowledge that I've got. I mean, if I had that knowledge at 20 years old, yeah, I could do the work of 3 men, no problem, yeah, no problem at all. With all that energy and that drive, and the knowledge, then you can go at it. I mean, 20-year-olds these days don't want to do out, do they? They just don't want to do anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm lucky I've got little Sam. He's going to be a good lad, him, I can tell. We'll push him forward, we'll train him up, and Callum, and we've got 28 Fab, good lads, and then we're going to build that team even more. So I'm looking at getting a plasma table. I think it'll be a good investment for the company to get a plasma table, and I'm going to offer a service with that table that nobody else offers out there. Right, so I'm going to go and look at a plasma table this week. At the moment, I'm just about to head over to Archway Travel over in Fleetwood to see Sam Archer, who did the inspection pit for the coaches, the deep pit. So we'll go and have a look at that, make sure he's happy with it. It's in the ground now, see if he needs anything else or anything altering, and I just want to make sure he's happy more than anything. And then we'll take a look at where we're up to with the wash ramp for Geordie Rust, and then we've got the loading shovel going back down to London, so we'll get that on cam for you. We've got Foxy to take that back down to London, and yeah, we've got plenty coming in, should we say. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know that as you do get older, you do slow down, and that's why I want to build that team of young blood. Yeah, build that team of young blood and try and give them as much knowledge that I can to build them into a good team for Welderfabber and for the country to do the work for. Alright, so we're going to head over to Fleetwood now to see Sam Archer. Alright, so I just landed at Archway Travel with Sam. How you doing, bud?
Alright, how are we doing?
It's actually in the ground.
It is, we're not around here.
How long did that take you?
5 days, that's 5 or 6 days altogether. We cut concrete a week last Saturday. My man come in with digger on Monday and dug everything out. Surprising the amount of stuff we had to take out, right? You don't realise how big an hole it is, to be fair, but
I'll tell you something, it looks alright, doesn't it?
It looks smart, yeah. It's a fair bit of kit. We put some obviously painted it outside first,
yeah,
and then dropped it into the floor. Thanks to Dan at Miller's for lifting it in for us. Kept him out of mischief, kept him out of Jack's way for a few hours.
Dan the man?
Dan the main man, that's it.
I see you putting shaker plates in there.
Yeah, it's pretty much a full thing. Shaker plates, brake tester at end, headlamp aim at other end. It's one of them, you want to drive on one end, drive out the other end, job done really. Just makes the job easier. It's one-man operation as well.
How many tons do you reckon come out of there?
I'd say 80 to 100 ton.
80 to 100 ton?
Easily, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, with us.
I mean, it's deep, but once you're actually stood in the pit now, we'll go down, it doesn't seem that deep, does it?
No, it's not. You'd be surprised once you get a bus over that, because it's low floor, you'll soon crack your head on some bits.
Yeah.
Be careful.
So I'm 6'3". You can see now where we're at the side of the pit. 6'2" actually. 6'2".
Every inch counts.
Yeah. And so all these buses that you got outside, all them coaches, really low, aren't they?
Yeah, like that the washing up you're doing now, obviously the front ends that low down.
Yeah.
It's just hard work.
Did you have any problems getting wires in, right?
No, we did alright. Just usual, put ducts in and run cables. Obviously you put that box section behind so all wires are hidden.
Yeah.
You've not got any wires on show, which is good.
There's no wires showing at all tucked in a box section behind here. And they'll come out at that end and like a bit of a ring main, if you will, go run across. So you'll put a bit of ducting across a bit of...
just put conduit across
the back of there, yeah.
No, that'll hide that in nicely. It means if we do decide to run pipes to the other side as well, we can, because it's all open.
That's for the pit jack.
Pit jack will go.
Just unbolt that. Put the pit jack in.
Dig the concrete out, some poorly aimed concrete. But
Yeah. Looks good.
It's smart. It's really smart. I'm made up with it, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's just made this bay on the end of here, because it's a bit of a narrow bay. When you've got the buses, you can't open the side lockers when you're inspecting. To get the lifters in and out, it's just hard work.
Yeah.
Whereas now, we don't have to. We can just drive over, bish bash bosh, job done. Make my lads' life a hell of a lot easier, and all that much.
You've got a new pit jack, new
pit jack, yeah.
New shaker plates.
Yeah, we're not doing the job properly. I'm a firm believer of get what you can get to make the job easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Scratting about.
We try and do everything in house.
Yeah, we do. We're bad for it really, but at least if we do it in house, we can manage it ourselves, and we know what we've done.
So is that a good pit jack? That?
Yeah, pit jack from Total Care. But all the gears from Total Care, all our lifters are from them as well. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. 20-ton pit jack, HGV play detectors, wireless remote, so your man can just stand in the pit and just push the buttons as you need to.
Yeah.
Side to side, up and down.
How many coaches have you got?
With a fleet of 25. Just taken a new contract on, so that's another 8 buses out. So, but they run 15 hours a day. So,
You've got 25 coaches?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, with 10 Arctics as well. So it's whatever we can do to make the job easier. By the time you put a bus on a set of lifters, lift it up, you've 10, 15 minutes to get it to lift and back down again. Every minute counts. And like I say, if we can make our lads' lives easier, that's all that matters. Yeah. Efficiency in it, end of the day. Yeah.
So this is more of a courtesy call. I'll tell you what, I have forgot the aluminium step.
Oh, right,
yeah. So do you want one for the top as well?
Yeah. Make life easier.
Yeah. So are you happy with it?
Made up with it.
Yeah.
Really good job. Yeah, fantastic job. The engineering of the pit itself was spot on.
Well, this is more of a courtesy call, really. Just call in and see you. Just make sure you're happy.
Yeah.
And
it's good to see you.
So you're going to put a lick of paint on that, you know?
Yeah, my man's going to set to and paint it. Bright white, gloss white, so obviously the lights will deflect off the side.
Yeah.
We'll get the play detectors piped in.
Yeah.
And then hopefully by Monday we'll get some pictures of some of the motor on it and being used.
Right.
And away we go.
Good. I'll get them aluminium plates made up for you.
Yep.
And then you're right then, aren't you?
A little step.
That's what that box section is for down there, for the aluminium to step to run along and slide along, if you will. No, you've done considering you're a coach company that doesn't do civils, you've done a good job there, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had help off some decent lads. I've got some good mates in this job. So
have you got a new brake tester? Or you just
no brake tester we've got there.
Going to move one from one side to the other
for now.
From there,
as everyone keeps telling me, I think you've spent enough.
To there. Yeah, I think you have. You have, mate. You've done
top job.
At least you've done it right. You've done it right, haven't you?
Yeah, if you do it right, do it once.
Yeah.
It's like if we could all skimp and skate, we could have blocked it up, but it's not.
So it takes, how long does it take to lift one of them buses up?
By the time you've put the lifters in, lifted it up, back down again, take the lifters out, you're talking 10-15 minutes.
Right.
Well, over the course of a day, you're near enough of a full inspection done in that time.
Yeah.
Just for messing about, you know what I mean? Because they're wireless lifters.
And what kind of money are them lifters?
I don't know, it depends which salesman you buy it off, but you're looking 22, 25 grand, something like that, I would have thought, for a set. We got them last year.
Oh, you make your money back in no time then?
Yeah, to be fair, they are good. It's you don't have wires trailing on floor, that was the main thing. The old ones we had always had cables and
well, they run the batteries.
Yeah, the 24 volt batteries in them, just an hydraulic lift. They are good, because we need them for this job, you know what I mean? Especially with a job like this, you're doing a coolant leak, thermostat housing's cracked. So
what weight will they lift then?
7.5 ton.
Oh, 7.5 ton each, yeah.
If you put 8 of them together, you can lift a loaded 8-wheeler. If you've got to do a clutch or something like that, you can put 8 in a sequence.
Yeah.
And you can do, like I say, you'd lift a loaded 8-wheeler. We never get anywhere near our weight really, because we're not that heavy. Yeah. That's 12 ton empty.
Yeah. Is this a school bus, this?
Yeah, Volvo B9.
I remember being back at school on bus.
Yeah, Christ, can you remember that far back?
I remember being back at, I just mentioned before there about being a kid. I remember getting up school bus, getting up top deck, up back seat.
We'll not go any further with that story.
Right, so you're happy with that, bud?
Yeah,
sound. Alright, so I've just had a call off a guy called Danny Walsh. He is actually one of my good pals. And he owns a company, one of his companies called Transports. And they supply truck and trailer parts for all vehicles really. And we brought them in at Hurt Plant when I worked there. And we managed to look at it, we were making a saving of £20,000 a month, right, by using Transports parts. So if there's anybody out there that wants truck and trailer parts, in fact they can supply parts for any vehicle, I'm telling you now. They've even got a plant division now where you can supply parts for plant. So if you're, in fact I'll put a link in the description of Transports. And what he wants me to do is fit a 4-poster ramp in our old new workshop. So I'm going to take a trip over to that little shop that we started off in a few months ago and wear the job up, and then get some lads out and put it up for him this week, because he's a pal of mine. He's helped me out a few times, so I'll go and help him out. Always return favours. So here we are at my old shop. So we've come to look at this 4-poster ramp here, 5.5 ton, that needs assembling. I've never done one of these before, so I'll just have a look through this manual to see if I actually want to do this or not, because this will be something that needs a roller on it. If we assemble it, then somebody will have to come and test it basically. And I'm just going through the manual now. I don't think it'll be that difficult to put together, but it won't be me that's doing it. I'll be sending 2 lads to do it. So I'll have a read through this manual and then make a decision whether we do it or somebody else does it who's used to fitting these type of things day in, day out. You know what I mean? But they can only do it in like 3 weeks time, whereas these guys could do with it like now. So I'll have a think about it. Oh, we're old shop, we're old new shop. There's probably guys out there watching this thinking, yeah, that's dead easy that, Baz. But until you've done one, you don't really know, do you? Anyway, I'll have a read through these instructions. I've managed to find someone to put the ramp up for us, who can actually put a roller on it at the same time, so save us messing about since we've never done one before and he does them day in, day out. I'll just let him put that ramp up, and the loader is now ready to be loaded up at Murrayfield plant, so we'll fly up to Accrington and get it loaded onto the truck. And the weather's just took a big turn. Unbelievable, this British weather. We don't have a summer anymore in Britain, do we? Just doesn't happen. Anyway, we're going up to Accrington. Last inspection time. Transport will be here in a minute. Cab's had a good clean. Oh yes, that is absolutely freezing. So the aircon's been done. Beautiful. So Alex will be here in a minute in the low loader, and I'd like to say thanks to Lynn in transport at her plant, because I know you watch every week, Lynn. So, and I'd also like to say a little shout out to Big D, which is Lynn's partner. Anyway, we're also going to load the clamp bucket that we've turned the edges and re-welded all the cracks. So I'll go and chain that up now before Alex turns up. Alright, son. So this is the bucket roof we've re-welded. Put much more welds in the corners. Turn the edges. And done all the cracks that we could find around the bucket. So this is the spare bucket. And we should be able to put this on the neck of the trailer. So we'll just get this hooked up, ready for Alex. Alex is here now. Right on time. You want to weigh it up, Al? Where do you want to put this bucket? How you doing, my mum? You saw me on water the other day?
Yeah. How you been,
How you been doing?
Not too bad, pal.
Yeah.
Good to see you, mate.
So this is our Al. Well, he's not at my Al anymore.
Oh.
Still got all my fingers, Al, aren't you? Still got all my fingers channel on YouTube. How you find it, new truck?
Oh, it's not bad, mate.
Bang on.
Yeah, made the job. Really is.
Right, let's have a weigh up, eh? So we'll put the machine on backwards, and we've extended the trailer outwards. You got to be more this way, Al? Yeah, another good 8-inch. Might need to extend it a little bit. Get the clamp on. I suppose we could put the clamp on, Al, we hooked underneath the axle. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry?
We could put the clamp on so it's
Yeah.
going under the
You
axle.
Put it underneath.
Yeah, with little loader arms up.
Yeah, we'll do that. That makes sense. It's fucking We're looking boring. Alright. Done alright, that didn't it?
Yeah. I thought you were a mile out, but you weren't too far out. So if we track down this side of the trailer now, we should just be able to hook that under the front axle. Troy, do you want to get out of the bucket? We'll show it round. Up out! I'll have plenty of room. Is that the chain for coming off? What do you do, Al? Show it on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll have to get the chains off.
Take chains off, Cole, we'll show it on. Put a hook under it inside, Al. Bit of quick itching here, lift it up, push it in. That's all loaded up now. Nice one down to London for Al.
Give me day out of rain.
Oh, what a British summer we're having, aren't we? Yeah? How long do you think it'll take to get down there, bud?
All morning. All
Yeah.
morning, well after dinner.
It's going to be a 5-6 hour job.
Yeah,
Tripping
I'll be there before he's short.
Yeah.
You know.
So Dan, she's coming home. That's my job
Yeah.
here done. Al,
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you, Dan.
always a pleasure, mate.
Alright. Miss you, mate. Good to see you
I
again.
miss you too. All right.
Take care.
Keep in touch, and
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll see you again soon.
you will.
All right, mate.
See you later.
See you in a bit, love. I'm glad she's done and loaded. Back to the workshop. Back in the shop, and I'll show you where we're up to with the ramp. Looking good. So as you can see, we've got a low level ramp there, just to bring the truck off the ground a little bit as it goes onto the ramp, because it's got such a low front bumper bolted into the ground there. As you can see, we've cut the top flange off the PFC to reduce it even more, and then you've got a 10-metre long ramp before you go onto straight. We've made it so you can walk all the way down the centre. This will be a metre apart once it's on site, and we've made it so it can split here and here, and also dismantle the walkway, the stairs and the handrail. We've put 2 end stops here, which will actually be moved back once it's on site to wherever the customer wants that to be positioned. So we're just mounting them there for now. Oh, Sam. So as you know, Sam's back with us, and I forgot to tell you, we've passed recordings.
Yeah.
Right, so that has to be, you have to be one of the youngest lads that comes recorded.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's good achievement in it for my age.
So pipe to plate, butt weld and multi-fillet. Yeah? All passed, all 3 passes.
Nice.
So that's good news for Sam there. So's Carl's done the same. And Carl's actually just cutting some plates that we're going to put on here for when the wheel goes on, and then you can get your bars on the wheel. So these are the last bit of the job really. And Carl loves this little sabre plasma that we're using, that we've actually now purchased. We had it on demo for a while, didn't we? Alright. So Carl loves the sabre because he wants it in your van, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why you love it.
Game changer.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah. You can cut and you can go to it, so.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good all-rounder, to be fair. Now then, if you had an earlier model, one of them, and you had issues with it, it's because it's the earlier model. That's the later model. We've been using it, what now, 6 weeks, something?
Yeah.
Probably a bit longer than that. And not had one issue with it. So I'm well happy with how this ramp's gone together. Kempies, bang on. And we've just got a slide hammer coming. I've got a job to do with a slide hammer. So I've got one from Expander. Now look at that for a setup. Proper thing. And the cover's just come for the Kempy that Cal managed to damage. So Sam's just finishing off now, going round de-spattering. See if there's any little bits of snags here and there. This will be clamped down with clamps, this open mesh flooring. Key clamp handrail. Very sturdy. So I am actually going to transport this out of the workshop on Bank Holiday Monday. Whilst it's quiet, I'll get it out. Jody will come down and collect it himself, and I'll load him. And there's the damaged Kempy. And Cab's repairing that gate for Preston Borough Council. Looks good, don't it? Looks good. Oh, look what else has just turned up. Some expander pins. So these are going to be used on a job coming soon on a JCB 3CX, an older one. Who's just turned up here now? Director's here. I didn't tell him to drive up that ramp, by the way. With his little disabled badges at window. Anyway, there were no flexing that then, were there? Anyway, I'm going to head over to Simmel now to collect some aluminium for the inspection pit, the plates for the inspection pit. And then I'm going to get Callum to weld some flat bars on them. First time at Archway Travel. I'm just at Simmel on Walton Summit, my local aluminium supplier. This is just a little bit of their stock in the warehouse. So I'm after a bit of flat bar, a bit of square bar and some 10mm checker plate. So that's a 10mm checker plate. And that will go over the inspection pit. And what we'll do, we'll just weld a flat bar like that across, like that little drawing there. And same with one that goes below it, which is down here. And look, our apprentice Sam's bought his first toolbox. So it'll remember that. I always remember when I bought my first toolbox. That's the other piece of alley that we need out. So Cal can do that tomorrow. As I'm going to go and look for a plasma table tomorrow with the director. I want you to go on site and basically cut the building down. There's a building that needs cutting, take it down with telehandler and cut it in bits and put it in scrap bin for customer, yeah? In fact, take a camera with you and see what you can sort out. Also sort these out for Sam. Whilst I'm out and about tomorrow. Right, good?
Yeah, no.
Just heading over to a company called Techserv. Now they are a division of Weldfast, and this is where the plasma table is being built that we're thinking about buying. Now then, I'm also with my bro, DTM Fabrications, and my other bro, the director, as this is a decision that we've all got to make together, right? And if we do go down this road that I think we're going to go down, we all need to be together and we all need to make the decision and bring it into the workshop as a new. What would you say, Dan, if we were going to do it?
Well, it's a new process, isn't it? It's going to be something we can build on, potentially get I don't know, be doing profiles for other people maybe in the future, not just for ourselves. That's the plan going forward. Get a press brake maybe, CNC press, start folding stuff as well, see where it goes. Never know, we might end up with a machine shop.
yeah, I mean we're thinking about the future now, and it would be a big investment for us to do this. This is why we're all together, and I think there is other avenues to go down. I have got something in my head that I want to do if we do get the plasma table, offer a service that nobody else offers out there. So it is an expensive purchase. It is something that we all need to agree on, And I want to show you guys, we're actually going to walk around Techserv, who build the plasma tables, and put it on camera for you guys to see. And see if it's a good system. I've been looking at the Swift cuts, but I think this is a better setup that we're going to look at now. So we'll show you when we get there. One person will be looking down on us going, go on boys, make that decision.
Make it happen.
And you know who that is. Alright, so we've just arrived at Techserv, which is part of the Weldfast group. And here is a room full of plasma tables. Now then, what we're interested in particular is a 3 metre by 1.5 metre, which is that setup. Is that right, Gavin?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Gavin and
Mike.
How you doing, bud?
Pleased to meet you.
Right.
Mine back.
So, we're thinking of more of a water table so we can do away with the extraction.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, and is that something that you guys have got over here?
Yeah, we offer both, so we can make it a water bed or we can do zoned extraction, but I know in your case you're favouring going down the water bed route.
Yeah. So what's that background there?
So that machine there, that's a water jet machine where we cut a lot of the parts for our table, so everything that you see here is manufactured in-house. So it's a true British built machine.
So this is a proper British built machine?
Yes, it is.
Not like a lot of others?
100%, yeah.
Right, that's important to us as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So have these been cut on the water jet here?
Yes, they have, yeah. So that's some 20mm plate. As you can see, quite detailed little holes in there that we can tap out.
Wow.
Mega that, isn't it?
Yeah, so what's that, 20mm plate?
Yes.
And
yeah.
what's that, like a 4 milliole or something?
I think it is, yes.
So you'll just tap that?
We can tap that out with a drill, no rework, and that can go straight onto the system.
We can also stick T-nuts in the holes, so we've got these special cutouts here, so a T-nut will slide in there, so you don't have to bother drilling it, and a keyway so it fits in the right place.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do with this is take out the labour of the machine, so the labour content required to build the thing, because that's one of the biggest costs.
Right. So what pressures do the water jet machines run at?
So the water, this runs at 4,000 bar, which is 60,000 psi, and it uses a fine abrasive, 80 grit abrasive to actually do the cutting. So actually abrading the way through the material. And the water's just really a carrier. But we stick a plate on, cut a full plate, and basically set the thing going and leave it to it. It might take it a day to cut this, but because it puts every hole in, there's no other labour required, no drilling or marking out, so nothing to get wrong.
That's mega, isn't it? I think that's not something we need at the moment, is it?
No, not yet.
You can put it on the wish list.
Yeah, put it on the wish list.
Maybe about 100 grand.
Yeah. There's about 100 grand there.
About 100 grand, yeah. So quite an expensive piece of kit.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Let's see how we go. So if we're looking for the water bed, tell me more about it. Tell me more about this. What would we need, an 130 amp unit or something?
Yeah, so what we're thinking, I know you want to cut up to 25mm, so we're thinking about an 130 amp power source, which actually does 30mm, so it's well on top of the job. It'll just run off a 32 amp supply as well, so it's not hungry on power. So your cutting area will be 3x1.5. The plasma power source we can cut, we can also mark as well. So if you need any part numbers on your plate, etching, that's it. Yeah. Part numbers, fold lines, reference lines, that can be done on the table as well.
What about like hollow sections? You do hollow sections,
Yeah, so we have a facility where we can cut tubes and stuff like this, so you can want slots and holes in tubes.
Yeah.
The software and the machine's capable of that as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. Right. So regarding the water, all your dross and whatnot, how often does it need cleaning? Is there like a maintenance schedule or?
But there is, it depends obviously how much you use the machine.
Yeah. If we're going to be using it, say, 5 days a week.
So you probably every 3 months or something you need to clean the thing out. So what will happen is it will build up the dross in the bottom.
Yeah.
The water will evaporate off, boil off basically because it's so hot, so you'll have to keep topping the thing up.
They're sacrificials, are they?
Yeah, sacrificial slats. So you can move those around a bit or just try and cut on various different bits of the bed rather than concentrate in the bottom corner, which you'd normally do. This waterbed itself, it sits on a frame inside which sits on the floor, so the weight of the water and the material is not taken on the frame of the machine, it's taken by the floor, so you need a bit more sort of put thicker plate on it.
It looks a well-made bit of kit, and you built all this in-house here.
So all this is, this is cut on a water jet machine and assembled in-house. So we don't really do any fabrication as such. The cutting beds, we've got one in its sort of naked state on the floor there. So this is cut and folded by a company in Sheffield. Yep. So this arrives flat pack. We bolt it together. These tongues fit in these slots, and we just slide the thing together. And basically, it takes about an hour to build a bed. From then, we do a bit of welding, weld the thing up, and send it off to powder coaters. It comes back, and we assemble everything in the house then. And really, what we're doing again for this is taking out the labour. So your traditional way would be to build it out of a fabricated box, but by doing it this way, again, it's labour saving, therefore cost saving. So it means you can then offer a better machine for the price, because rather than spending a load of money on labour, you can spend money on things that are important, such as the drives, the slides, the way it all fits together.
Yeah. So the good thing about it is, you guys, if we had any technical issues with the software side of things, you're just a phone call away.
Software is written in-house.
Did you design the software?
Yeah, I wrote the software.
You wrote the software?
Yeah.
Right. And how long have you been doing this?
Forever.
Feels like forever.
Yeah, 1986 we started.
1986.
So, the software, I think the first version of the software went in 2006, I think.
Right.
And we've got about 1,500 or so systems, software systems out there, making everything from aircraft carriers. We've built 4 machines for making the boulder bows on the aircraft carriers, down to people making hanging basket brackets and stuff. So a real wide variety of stuff.
You sound like a knowledgeable bloke. Very knowledgeable. What's that thing there?
This is our new toy. So this is the Cobot. So this is a collaborative robot welder. So we're just having a sort of mess around with this to find our feet, and we hope to be able to.
A few of these, Baz, couldn't we?
Well,
can we get it coded?
we could get a few headaches, couldn't we? If we had a few of them.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't think it'd answer back, and it might wait for its brew time.
And it might even turn up on Monday mornings on time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It is the future. So
yeah,
Brilliant,
yeah. Look at that. So you could just set your plates up, clamp them down to the bed, and bang.
Yeah, you can move this thing around by pressing the button, position it where you want to start the weld, position it where you want to end the weld, and off it goes. Right. You can do multiple welds, tacks, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, as the software grows on it, it's going to get better and better. It'll do more technical bits, will it?
That's right. That's right.
Round a beam, for example, or
you can do that anyway. Yes.
Oh,
so you can do complex path with it as it stands.
Oh, brilliant.
It's just a case of making it so it's just as easy as possible to use.
So this one here that you got set up, this would be something similar then to what we'd want. That's an 130 amp machine, isn't it?
Yep, this is an air bed rather than a water bed.
And we just have a similar set. Oh, you got some templates there.
Those some we prepared earlier.
So these, what's the smallest hole size it'll cut?
That's done 6mm in 6mm material, which is 1:1, which is a bit naughty for air plasma. Normally it's 1.5 to 1. But we're just trying to see what we can get out of the machine and what we can get out of this plasma. It's a new plasma.
So with plasma holes,
Yeah.
you're never going to get a perfectly straight hole if you go too thick, are you not?
You're not, Barry. So with plasma, there's always an element of a cone shape in it, a slight cone, and that's just the process. So as Mike says, going by the book in air plasma, the ratio of the hole is 1.5 to 1. So in a 10mm plate, we can put you in a nice 15mm hole.
Yeah.
You can go smaller than that, then you start to get this more cone-shaped effect. But once you understand the process, you can overcome that.
Yeah.
So this is 18mm holes in 15mm plate. So to get a decent hole quality, the machine automatically slows the speed down and does a bit of tricky stuff with the lead in and lead outs.
And we're etching.
Yeah. That's nice, yeah.
So can we also centre pot holes? Basically?
Yep, so this is automatically etched and centre popped. So the etching does that 2 meters a minute. You can vary the depth by slowing the speed down a bit. And if you program a hole, say 5mm or less, it'll automatically put a centre pop in for you.
Right.
So you don't have to do anything special in the drawing if you just want to mark it out.
That's mega. It's taking all the errors out, isn't it, as well?
That's the plan.
As if everything's drawn through some kind of CAD software, Techserv or SolidWorks, and we get it all etched up.
Yeah.
With essentially, we can still drill it and tap it if needs be, because the holes are quite hard, aren't they?
Yes, plasma will harden the edge. So if you're going to do a tapped hole in there, whether it's a water jet, you could just do the hole. The plasma, you're best off spotting it, drilling it out, and then tapping it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And how fast is it? How fast will it cut?
Faster than a speeding bullet. So the marking there is 2 meters a minute, and I think that at 70 amps was cut at about 3.5 meters a minute or so. So the thickness depends. Yeah, the thickness depends on the current and the speed.
So we wouldn't need that extraction there, would we?
No.
No. So there'd be no extraction on yours, no ducting, no need for cost testing. We'd put a water bed in there. So you fill the water to about 1 centimetre off the top of the slats. We put a prohibitor in there as well to keep everything clean and safe and everything else. Obviously, you do have to keep the water topped up because it's going to evaporate, it's going to boil off and all the rest of it. But
so what's the benefits to having one of these to water?
The outcome's exactly the same. It's just different.
Cost.
Its budget is cost. So the bill's slightly more on a downdraft because it's sectional and there's all different bellows in the bottom of the machine. Then of course you need the big extraction unit to run it. It's really good gear, but there's quite a lot of associated costs with it.
Right, the water one's the one that we want and done, yeah?
Definitely, yeah. Well, we've got a system in place, haven't we, for extraction, so we don't need to add any more in, I don't think. And obviously, this would be a standalone extraction just for this type of plasma. You couldn't incorporate that into the fume extraction we may already have in place.
Lots of people make the mistake if they've got a central system thinking they can plumb the plasma into it. You can't.
No.
This takes lots and lots of suction to keep it clean.
Yeah.
So you do have to have a dedicated filtration unit that needs servicing and everything else, yes.
And so what's the thickest material we'll cut on this?
30 maximum.
Yeah, so the power source is at 130 amps a border machine there. So the maximum that'll cut mechanised is 30 mil.
Right.
We put a hand torch on that the other day just to play with it,
yeah.
And we cut some 70 mil plate.
Right.
So if you decide to go down this route and have one of them and get a hand torch, if you're out on site, you've got some thick plate to cut, you could cut up to 70 mil. The other thing you can do with that machine as well, you can plasma gouge. So if you had cracks in buckets and stuff like that, you can gouge it out. But as a mechanised application, your maximum is 30 mil.
So that'd do over the 105 then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be better than 105, I prefer, wouldn't it?
It outperforms it, yes.
Yeah.
And it does marking.
Yeah, and it does marking where other machines don't always have that facility.
Could you show us how fast this goes? Could you do as a demo?
Yeah, we'll get it all fired up for you and make some sparks.
Let's make some sparks.
Brill.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get a quick whiz through the way the software works and make a little test piece. So we'll select flexi shape, we'll select a rectangle with a hole in it, 100 milli by 100 milli with a 21 diameter hole, so if we can get a 20 mil bolt in. We won't bother with the radius, 10 mil leading line. So there's our shape. We can make one of those. We can rotate, mirror and scale it if we need. We don't need it on this case. This is our plasma setup. So we tell it material thickness we've got is 15 mil. We're going to cut it 130 amps. It shows us which consumables we want, what we need to fit in, which we've got the correct ones in at the moment, and a bit of other stuff. We can also do some nesting and etc if we need to make multiples. We select next. This is our shape, our run screen. Choose where we're going to start, bottom corner. Jog the machine. We've got a laser on there, so we can align that little laser spot up with the corner of the plate where we want to be. That will be our start point. So once we've got in the right place, move job. We go to cut mode, and then we're ready to rock. So this is a 21mm hole through 15mm material, and that's a 20mm bolt.
So that's with 1mm clearance.
Yeah, about half mil clearance. Yeah. You get a tiny bit of dross on the hole, which we have to chip off. But
well, look at the dross, that comes off easy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lovely.
Still a bit warm, that.
It's a lovely cut.
That's perfect. That's better than a lot of
well, it's not so
that we've had in, isn't it?
It's not so far from high def, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's all right, that. And the fact that we can etch, that's the main thing. If we're doing 150 plates, all different, it saves you getting your paint marker out, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Paint markers wear off as well, wouldn't it?
Paint markers wear off when you're stacking them up. You've got to do it, let them cool. Yeah, painful. Not that I've done it, but that's what I've seen and witnessed when they've come in done like that.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a good feeling about this, especially because it's British made more than anything. Especially because
So local.
you guys are local,
Yeah.
do you know. Let's have a little chat off camera. Right, so we've just talked numbers. This is a similar machine that we're thinking about with that bridge on it. Can you see it's higher than this one?
So that's what enables us to do the hollow sections, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah, so you can put your box sections on and stuff. Yeah. So, but if somebody was to walk in my workshop with a sketch, like you've got here, right, or a bucket side, you know, a plate, something, right, and said, "Oh, Baz, can you cut that for us?"
Yeah.
Right, would this pick it up?
We have a thing for that. Funny you should ask.
So that is actually an add-on to what we were talking about previous.
Yeah, so it's an add-on to the software. So this is a camera. So what this camera does is it clips on the torch. It's not a proper torch, this obviously, but clips on the torch, and it will follow the drawing and teach it into its little brain. And then you can either cut it out directly, or you can save it as a DXF and edit it in the software. So it will follow this path, this scanner, and produce a one-to-one drawing of that. So if somebody comes in with a big piece of cardboard, you can just go draw around the corners, scan the corners in, take it into your CAD
that is
system.
something definitely I'd want, Dan. I don't know about you, but that's what I'd want.
Well, how many fag packet sketches do we do?
Yeah, but
Perfect.
this wasn't in negotiations just then.
Yeah, well,
Right, so
It's got to be part of the deal.
right, listen, let's be serious. Right, if that'll come with machine,
Right.
and you'll put our logo within this plate.
Right on the nameplate, yeah.
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 WELDERFABBER down here, big WF and WELDERFABBER.
Yeah.
Would you do that for the numbers we just spoke about?
I can't see why not, yeah.
Yeah?
100%, yeah.
100%?
100%.
Deal.
Thank you.
Top man.
Thanks, Dan.
Deal done. We've just bought ourselves a plasma table.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Grill.
So that's our deal done on our first plasma table. So if you remember, if you've been following me on Instagram for years now, I've been wanting to design my own buckets. This is the first step of designing my own buckets to start building them to a certain spec, to whatever spec the customer wants. So good meeting there for us all. We are down, spot on, the director, and we should see that landing in our workshop in 4 weeks time. So I'm really pleased with how that meeting just went. So I think we've got enough footage for this chapter. So
Thanks for watching.
director, cheers guys, hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll catch you on the next one.